Hey sportsmen, John Bergsman here at beautiful Kesagami Wilderness Lodge in Northern Ontario. We're about to jump on one of Cochrane Air Services planes and take us to one of the most fabulous fishing destinations on earth. Stay tuned for big pike and tons of walleye. Wow, we are right on the rocks. This is a nice fish.
Oh man, nice fish.
Yeah, that's a beautiful Kesagami Lake walleye.
I got one too.
Get him in, get him in. Wow. Look at this
Wow,
one.
that's a beauty.
That's a real. I'll just show you that jig right there in his mouth. Now what that is, just real simple put. Got a pack right here, just switch to it. It's a Mr. Crappie by Strike King. Now it's a crappie jig, but it's the color. I'm using a chartreuse jig head and I'm combo coloring it, as you can see, with pink, which is the key color here at Kesagami, and then a chartreuse bounce tail. Awesome, awesome, awesome Kesagami Lake walleye. And what we're gonna find out in today's show, I'm sure we'll catch some nice northern, but we're gonna show you Kesagami Lake, probably the, don't tell anybody, best walleye lake in Ontario. Everyone thinks about this place as a pike lake, and trust me, it is. But this place could be the silliest walleye catching factory anywhere in this province. There. I am trying is the key word here. Right at the boat too.
It might be tough to pull through those pencils.
No, he's free. Oh yeah, he's fighting. That little rage craw did not take long to produce, did it? Oh. I mean, he just crushed it. Right in front of me, that was so cool. Look at that thing down there with that rage craw.
Oh yeah, nice fish. Oh, I'll let you fight him out a bit. Back around.
They love this thing. Ultimate best northern pike bait in shallow water I've ever used. It's a Magnum Rage Craw by Strike King. And I'm telling you what, big pike, eat that thing. Big pike, eat it. I'll give you a loose line. I came in here, and last year I came here and caught a 38, 39, and a 42 on this little plastic that we're using here. And I'm telling you what, I'll show it to you. It's just a Texas rigged weedless. So basically on the offset, we'll just show you. We put it up on the offset just like you were gonna bass fish. You're gonna punch it right in like this. And you can see the tip is gone. The tip is right there. When the pike bites, look, boom, the tip is right there. See that it's right there. So all you're doing is just sliding it up like that, We're working it through these pencil reeds. You got cabbage at your lake, you got whatever garbage, wood, anything. This right here is the best shallow water structure pike bait I have ever tied on. It's not even close. We'll show you pike number 1 after 5 minutes here, and we'll get this girl back in. I know right now Pat's just trying to get a good measurement on it.
Yeah, 36.
36, but boy, it's a healthy, it's a big 36.
Fish. Yeah, beautiful fish.
This is a healthy 36-inch Kesagami Lake pike. Awesome. We're gonna get her back in the water right now, Pat.
You want a picture?
The Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Strike King Lures, tie one on. Lose, feel the difference. And WavePro, best ride on the water.
Look at this.
Oh, that's a nice one too.
Awesome. On my northern pike rage craw. I mean, we are in, guys, we're pushing the boat off rocks right now with the oar. We are floating in 2 feet of water and catching beautiful walleyes. One of the reasons we're in here is because nobody else is stupid enough to do this. But we are. Or I should say, we're not stupid, we're smart. Tom is smart. This is a really nice one. Wow. That's a nice fish. I will. Big fish. This is the one we were looking for, right in the center of those lilies. I gotta hold on, he's gonna make a massive run. I'm gonna back the drag off a little.
You can come back here if you need to.
No. He's just gonna do whatever he wants to do. I saw him. He was a big one.
Oh yeah, that's a beauty.
See them lilies right there? He came out of the water when I landed in those lilies.
Beautiful.
That's a fat one too. We'll want to hold him up. We might want to cradle him. I don't want to just let him go. For the show, I got to hold this one. I think so, because I'm going to have to hold him up. Charlie's not going to be happy if I don't hold one of these. Well, Tom, you were right. These lilies were just right. I'm bringing them up. Yeah. I'll give you slack.
I may need your help here.
Oh, yeah. Got him pinched. Kesagami Wilderness Lodge, baby. These fish, what was that, Tom? 2 foot of water?
Yep.
You get fish like this in 2 foot of water, you have got to come here. Now we're gonna go ahead and let this fish go right away.
You want a picture?
Yep.
Okay.
One of the things that Kesagami really prides themselves on is handling these fish with care This is the first one that we've taken out of the water other than the first day. We caught probably what today, Tom? 5, 6 fish. They almost never came out of the water. But we thought, end of the day, we better take one out of the water and show you just the sheer healthiness. Look at the side of that fish. These fish are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And they'll tell you. They might sit here for a little bit and you can move them a little bit to kind of remind them that they're in the water, but I've just got a loose grip on his tail, and when he shoots out of my grip, he's ready to go. There he goes.
The Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Offshore Tackle, leaders in trolling technology. Trax Tech, the ultimate fishing system. And Garmin.
Slow retrieve again. Beautiful Kesagami walleye. And you'll see I'll take the bait out. I wasn't popping, I wasn't doing anything, just totally slow retrieve. Right there. Produces big walleyes here on Kesagami. It's just a little rage craw in white. Get him, get him.
A good size one too.
Oh man, look at these. The average size, and I'm just gonna, while he's taking it off, I'm gonna go ahead and cast because they're just biting right now, right on top of the rock. I'm just casting this out, and Pat's been slow working it. I've just been rolling it slowly over top of the rock, and they've been just pounding it. When I say over the rock, what you'll see is we're sitting up right here. There's a line of buoys. And the cool thing about Kesagami and the guides is they're able to know exactly where they're at on the lake, even without lake maps, because you've got this shoal marked with buoys. And then you just back troll, right, Pat? You just back troll and hold on to the face of it.
Back troll and the electronics help us.
It's great for the customer too, because he can see where the shoal is for casting.
Oh yeah, exactly. You don't even really need a depth finder.
Nope.
You have to take the markers in and out every year because the ice would take them away, but
Yeah.
a lot of guys who come back every year do a good job marking the lake. Looks like you got another fish.
Another nice walleye. They are just hammering back at Pat. Oh, this is another
nice one?
beautiful one.
Oh wow.
Look at that.
I got
Just,
one too.
just like the one before. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rage craw. Hey guys, well I thought I'd just take you through some basics of when you show up to a place like Kesagami Wilderness Lodge up in Canada. You know, it's not an overly complicated presentation, so you don't want to get crazy. What you really want to do is just basic jig and plastics and basic swim baiting. So let me show you what that is. Now a jig and plastic is nothing more than just a standard jig on a steel leader. I use a thin wire 30-pound steel leader, and I've been using the 1/8 ounce Squadron, which is a Strike King double strong extra wide gap. And then I've been running it, as you can see, for the most part when I'm rod in hand with just a Rage Tail 3-inch baby craw. Now that's a really good, simple presentation. This color and this plastic works everywhere I've ever gone in Canada. It is a fantastic plastic for that. These two paired together. Now, when I go bigger, when I want to go subtle, this is a weightless Texas rigged 4.5-inch craw. And as you can see, I've got it on a steel leader, but I've just got it rigged Texas style. So again, when the pike comes and hits it, boom, he's got the prick of the hook right there. When you're done catching him, you just pull it back up like that, and it becomes utterly weedless. Now you can throw this in cabbage, pencil reeds, all kinds of heavy structure, and run it completely free. You can also just cast it in open water, which is what I did for the last 2 days with great success. Now again, that's the larger baby craw, not a baby craw, the rage craw. This is the baby craw for the jig, the rage craw for the Texas rig, and I Texas rig it with a number four size Gamakatsu. Now you can just buy these, you know, in a big 25 pack. That's what I do. And again, a steel leader doesn't hurt you in these Canadian lakes. You're gonna need them. One of the other presentations we did was go ahead and tip the Thunder Cricket with the small 3-inch baby craw, and then just cast that. That vibrating action of that, almost like a vibrating jig head, really worked well. Now, if you're just gonna cast again and you wanted to cast bigger baits with a squadron jig head, not Texas rig, just open water, obviously a swimming caffeine shad is gonna be a great choice. This is the baby bass. I would throw this in white primarily, or baby bass. And then a 2.5 or a 275 or the 325 or the 375, those 3 sizes. If you're primarily targeting walleye for the day, you can throw this 275. That downsize just a little bit, you're gonna get a lot more walleye bites. Just go ahead and upsize it up to a 375 if you were just gonna use it on a squadron jig head and you were gonna long cast and just roll shoals for northerns. So all of these baits is basically all you need to have a great Canadian experience. I've been here at least 10 times in the last 4 years. This is what I use almost all the time. Paired up with a loose, just my regular old tube rod or my walleye rod. You don't need specialty equipment. 20-pound Power Pro to a 30-pound thin wire leader. That's the setup for here in Canada.
The Fisherman's Digest is brought to you by Crestliner, forged with strength defined by durability.
You know, one of the things I think that sets Kesagami apart is the fact that it is so remote and so rustic, and the fishing is so fantastic, and you're so far away from everything, but you have a wonderful amenitied lodge, full electricity and power, toilets, showers, a wait staff, a chef, a wonderful camp manager, Charlie McDonald, who does a great job of keeping everybody right on their game. A whole staff of guides. Some of them have been here 25 years, coming up for just a 10-week season here, a week before, then 8 weeks of fishing and a week of close-up, just to keep the customers that come year after year to Kesagami happy. And these guys know this water. They know how to react to all the different weather circumstances and keep you, the guest, on fish. Well, the weather's been iffy today, but the fish are biting, Tom, like you said.
Did I say that?
You did.
All
You
right.
said this is the best type of weather.
Well, it's exciting.
Oh, I had no idea. The water was so dark here, churned up, I couldn't tell where. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish.
Oh, is it ever energized?
Oh yeah.
Nice looking fish.
Yeah. This is crazy. This is awesome fishing. There he is right here. Look at that. That's a
Ooh,
nice
that's a
Kesagami.
beauty. That's a beauty.
That's a beauty is right.
Oh,
He's gone.
took off.
Beautiful.
Boy, that had a lot of energy, that fish.
Life at Kesagami wouldn't be the same without shore lunch. When they say it's different here, they're right. It is different here. These guides they've got it down pat. From cleaning those fish right there on the side of the shore to building a fire and putting the grate on the fire and the big pan and the oil and the potatoes and the onions and the fresh fish battered right there in front of you, served up salt and peppered, piping hot out of the oil and right to your plate. This is an experience that everybody should have. I've said to my editor before, if I had to pick a last meal, for me, it would be shore lunch at Kesagami Wilderness Lodge. There'd be no question about it. It's the best meal I've ever had. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey Tom, I'll do the guide service. You've been doing it all week with me. Look at that beautiful fish.
Oh, it's all flared out.
Yeah, it is.
Defensive pose.
Hey, if you want to have the trip of a lifetime, come see Kesagami Wilderness Lodge. Charlie McDonald and his staff like Tom will put you on walleyes like this, that we either eat them, Tom, or we let them go. Monster northerns, awesome walleye fishing, beauty that is lifetime memorable. Come and visit them at Kesagami Wilderness Lodge. Hey, this is John Bergsman with Fisherman's Digest. We'll see you next week.
Closed captioning brought to you by WavePro. Best ride on the water, online at waveproshock.com.